Thank you so much. Esteemed leaders and advocates for children's rights, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, throughout all the holy books, children are placed at the core of moral and social responsibility. Their innocence, vulnerability, and boundless potential are safeguarded by divine teachings guiding humanity towards compassion and justice. In Christianity, and I'm quoting Matthew, "Let the little children come to me, and do not hinder them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these." In Judaism, "Defend the weak," and I'm quoting Sam, "defend the weak and the fatherless, uphold the cause of the poor and the oppressed." In Islam, and I'm quoting from the Holy Quran, "Whoever saves a life, it is as if they have saved all the humanity." It is with great pleasure and deep commitment that I stand before you today representing the Arab Republic of Egypt at this historic World Leaders Summit on Children's Rights. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to His Holiness Pope Francis for his unwavering moral leadership and for convening this vital dialogue. Children's rights are increasingly at risk, particularly in the context of humanitarian crisis. The world is witnessing unprecedented threats to the safety and well-being of children. Today, it is estimated that 400 million children, roughly 1 in 5, are living and fleeing from conflict zones. Many are being injured, killed, abducted, or sexually violated. Like all nations, Egypt recognizes that its future depends on its younger generation by prioritizing their health, well-being, and development, and ensuring their protection. Approximately 34% of Egypt's population is under the age of 15, exemplifying the critical need for strong policies supporting child welfare and health. One of our most ambitious endeavors is 100 Million Healthy Lives initiative that was launched in 2018. This effort has set a global benchmark in global health, where Egypt achieved the golden tier status in eradicating hepatitis C, hepatitis B, and malaria. This initiative embodies a transformative model of early detection, prevention, and intervention, particularly in pediatric health care. Preventable diseases should never be a cause of childhood suffering. Egypt's expanded the program of immunization to achieve over 95% coverage and screening over 13 million school children for hepatitis C and conducting nearly 50 million nutritional assessments. In addition to hearing impairment initiative by screening 6 million infants and expanding our services for mental health and expanding services for autism spectrum and spinal muscle dystrophy, and strengthening the newborn screening for congenital and genetic diseases, preventing severe health complications. Nutrition plays a fundamental role in the child's ability to thrive, given that nearly half of the global children fatalities under 5 are linked to undernutrition. And Egypt has adopted a comprehensive approach through the National Food and Nutrition Strategy and our school feeding initiative, reaching 12 million children, is improving learning outcomes and reducing micronutrient deficiencies and reinforcing the essential link between nutrition and cognitive development. In our global community, protecting children requires both universal commitment and respect for cultural values. While other traditions emphasizes family bonds and community care, modern challenges like gender controversies and digital risk poses grave concerns. Our collective priority must be safeguarding children's well-being through culturally sensitive approaches that respect traditional values and parental rights, ensuring they develop into healthy members of society without exposure to ideologies that conflict with their cultural heritage. Our commitment extends beyond the national border of Egypt. Egypt has upheld its humanitarian responsibility by ensuring that refugees and migrants' children receive the same health care and educational opportunities as Egyptian children. I'm here not as a witness from social media or from words of mouth. I'm here as an eyewitness in my capacity as a Minister of Health and Population in Egypt. At the Rafah border, amidst the carnage and apocalyptic destruction in Gaza, the chaos and devastation, we welcome thousands of Palestinian children from Gaza, tiny souls bearing unimaginable wounds, their lives traumatized forever. Many arrived in silence, their limbs lost, their eyes hollow, with grief far beyond their years. Among them was little Ahmed, just under 2 years old, his fragile body maimed by indiscriminate bombardment, both legs and one arm gone. Lost his father and mother, arriving with his uncle in Egypt to receive treatment. He clung to life with the strength no child should ever need. Another heartbreaking devastation, the tiny infant from El Shifa Hospital, newborn, only days old, torn from their incubators when the hospital was bombed, gasping for warmth in the ward that had already failed them. I held them with a heavy heart, knowing that no embrace could undo their suffering. Those beautiful souls will grow up without the love of their parents, without homes. How will they go to school, play in the playground, play sports? How can they stand idly by and let this happen to them? The world must act, and act now. Those children deserve the right to live in their hometown. They should be able to live there in peace, not forcibly displaced, and not as refugees, even temporary. These children are not just victims, they are the shattered innocence of our time, pleading for humanity to act before more tiny hands slip from their grasp. I want to leave you, as Nelson Mandela once said, let us reach out, and I'm quoting, let us reach out to the children, let us do whatever we can to support their fight to rise above their pain and suffering. We must remember that history will judge us by the difference we make in the everyday lives of children. And I thank you.